What is the hierarchy of a Filipina as far as importance? And where do you rank? We're going to talk about that right now. Hey, what's up? It's JJ, the Lonely Bullinasia, here in BGC in my condo. Today, I want to talk a little bit about the Filipina and the hierarchy of a Filipina. The Filipina's hierarchy of who's important in her life. And where do you rank? Are you even in the top 5? Let's talk about it. I've been living in Southeast Asia for over 3 years now. Been traveling here for almost 10 years. I lived in BGC for almost 3. And now I live in Thailand, in Bangkok, and also have a place in Da Nang, Vietnam. But I want to talk about the Filipina and the hierarchy of people of importance. And what I mean by that is where she ranks people in her life as far as who's most important in her life and who would be above all the most important. So we're going to talk a little bit about that and find out where you sit in that ranking. Whether you're dating a Filipina, maybe you're here, maybe you're in a long distance relationship, or maybe even married or engaged to a Filipina to get married, living here in the Philippines or wherever. I will tell you, you're not number 1 on the list, unless there's many factors that come into play that will bump you up the list, okay? So when I say hierarchy, imagine a pyramid, and imagine the top of that pyramid being the most important person or people in that Filipina's life. And then on down that pyramid, and we're going to find out where the expat or the foreigner falls in that pyramid, that hierarchy. So imagine Maslow's hierarchy of need. That's kind of what I'm talking about. All right, number 1 on the list is her kids. So if your Filipina has children from another relationship, they're number 1 on her list. Everything she does is to help her children. So if the children are living with her, child or children, whatever the case may be, if she's a single mom, she's got sole custody of those children. She is the one that takes care of those children. Now, maybe they're living together here in the Philippines. Maybe she's an OFW, overseas foreign worker, and making money overseas, but she's sending that money back to her family so they will take care of her kids. So everything she does, even with money and work, is to help her children. Okay, maybe she's from the province, but she's working in Manila, and she's working as a call center girl, or maybe she's working in a restaurant or retail, places where she couldn't work in her province, but she's living and working here, and she's sending money home to take care of her kids. So kids are number 1. So don't think that if you're in a relationship with your Filipina that she's going to put you above her children. Her children will always come first. And that's probably a good thing. But that's probably one of those discussions you're going to have early on in your relationship, is how you feel about that and where you sit with that. So just know, if they have children, they're number 1 on the list. Number 2 on the list would be her parents. So if her parents are still alive, it's something that's very important to her, especially the female, and especially the oldest female, oldest daughter in the family. Culture here in the Philippines is they're kind of expected to be the ones to take care of the parents when the parents get old. So there's no senior living, there's no old homes, there's no nursing homes or anything like that really in the Philippines like you have in the West, and especially in America, where you can put your elderly parents into a rest home and have them taken care of. They don't have that here. And if they do, it's very, very expensive. So not a lot of people take advantage of that because they just can't afford it. So what they do is they take care of their parents. They feel obligated, especially the oldest daughter, or any daughter for that matter, but they feel obligated to take care of the parents. So if the parents are still alive, they're on that list. They're high on that list as far as who's important to them, and they will do everything they can to take care of them. So if they don't have children, they're sending that money back to the parents to take care of the parents. If they have both, then they're sending money back to the parents and the children to take care of them. So they could be working here in the city, they could be working overseas, but that money is going back to take care of either their children or their parents. What will happen then is the money she makes will go strictly for the parents or the children if she has children. And so you have to be aware that there may be times where you feel obligated maybe, or maybe she'll ask you, can you help? Especially if she's not working. So this is a very important point to make. If you get in a relationship with a Filipina who has been working and sending money home to either her children or her parents, and you want her to move in with you, or you want her to get married, and you want her to quit her job so you can be with her full time, now you're going to be responsible for the people in her family, the people in her relationships. And those people are her children, which are number one on the list, and then her parents, which are number two on the list. What I mean by that is you will be asked to help out with those situations, especially if you have them quit their job to be with you. Now you're putting a burden on yourself financially because she still feels the need to take care of her children, obviously, but also her parents. And there's going to be an obligation that she feels she needs to meet. And if she's not working or making any income and she's with you full time, then she's going to be asking you to help out. So just know that that's going to happen. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and comment below what you think about this video. And we're almost to 15,000 subscribers, so this is great. So just keep hitting that thumbs up button. It really helps the algorithm and gets my videos out to everybody. So, all right, number 3 on the list, her siblings, brothers and sisters. Now, there's two parts to this. So the older brothers and sisters have a major influence on her in that the things they tell her, she takes to heart. They will be a huge influence on her. So they may see her as the cash cow now that she's with a foreigner. So if she's got a foreigner, they automatically think, oh, this foreigner's got money, and at least more money than they have. So they're going to be asking her to help them out. And she's going to feel obligated. So the older siblings will have that influence on her because they're older, so she respects them in that way. So they will have an influence on her to feel obligated to help them out. The younger siblings, she'll automatically feel obligated to help them out because it's almost like they're her children, because especially the oldest daughter, they've basically taken care of the younger siblings since they were able to. So she still feels that obligation to help those younger kids out, the younger siblings out. So if she's not having an income, making an income, then she's going to feel that she needs help in some way, and she's going to turn to you. Now, they're very influential, these siblings, especially the older ones. They will get in her ear all the time about, oh, I need a loan for this, I need a loan for that. And the next thing you know, she'll talk to you about it or ask you about it. So you've got to have those conversations up front very quickly about what your budget is and what your intent is. So they're number 3 on the list. So you're not on the list yet. Now, you can move up this list if those the people above you aren't in the picture. So if she doesn't have children, then you're going to move up that list. So let's go to number 4. Number 4 are her friends, her close friends, the ones she's been friends with since school. They're the ones that are going to have a lot of influence on her too, because they're very close. They're almost like siblings, you know? So they've been together forever. They've been friends forever. So she has a lot of respect for them. She trusts them, and they will have a lot of influence on her as well. And it's just like the siblings. If they see that she's with a foreigner, they automatically think that this foreigner's rich, so she's got some money. So the next thing you know, they're going to be asking her for loans. And we all know what loan means in the Philippines. It's going to feel like she's obligated to help them out because she's probably getting a lot of favors asked to her from all people. So don't feel that she doesn't love you if she doesn't post on her Facebook a lot of pictures of you and her together, or that you're in a relationship with her. If she doesn't post a lot on her social media about that, it's not necessarily the fact that she doesn't enjoy you as a person, she doesn't love you. It may be because she's afraid to get it out in public that she has a foreign boyfriend, because of the fact that her friends and family may come to her for money. It's not necessarily the fact that she's embarrassed to be with you or anything like that, especially if there's a big age gap. That's not necessarily it. It's more likely that she doesn't want a lot of people contacting her from her Facebook followers she's got a foreign boyfriend now. Let's ask her for a loan. So that's probably more the case than anything. So, but there you go. So number 4 are her close friends. You're not on the list yet, are you? Let's keep going. You'll get there eventually. Number 5, if she's working, especially if she's working locally, like in a retail place or a restaurant where she's got a lot of coworkers, those coworkers can become friends and can also become very influential. The longer she works at one place, the more friends and coworkers she has, and the more influential they become. So they too become kind of like her close friends and her siblings, where when they find out she's dating a foreigner, be careful, because next thing you know, they've got issues. Oh, I just need 1,000 pesos. And 1,000 pesos becomes another 1,000 pesos. And before you know it, she's coming to you every other day with requests for money, because she's getting bombarded. So don't blame her for all this. It's the fact that she's getting bombarded from all directions for these money requests, because let's be honest, when a Filipina starts dating a foreigner, all these people that find out about it automatically think this foreigner is rich. That's kind of the mindset that Filipinas think when they see a foreigner, is that, oh, he's got money. Now, it's all relative, you know. We may have money. We're not rich by any means, probably, but in their minds, we are, because we have an income and they might not, or we have an income that's significantly higher than their income. So in their mind, that means rich. That transfers to rich. Okay, so they're going to start hitting your Filipina up for money here and there. Just, you know, oh, I just need a load, you know, just 100 pesos or just 300 pesos or 500 pesos or 1,000 pesos. But she's getting hit from all directions. Okay, so that's number 5 on her list. Now, let me know in the comments below if I've missed anything on this hierarchy of importance to a Filipina. Now, coming in to number 6. Ta-da! You are number 6 on that list. You're number 6. Now, I will tell you that she loves you. She absolutely loves you, but she isn't feeling the pressure or the burden of getting asked for money from you. Her pressure and her burden with you is she loves you. She wants to take care of you, but her pressure is, all these people are asking me for help. How do I come to my foreign boyfriend or foreign husband and ask him if he can give us some money? So that's where the pressure comes in, and that's why that hierarchy of importance is set that way. So you may be the love of her life and very important, but these people may come before you just because of influence, how long she's known these people, how close they are in her relationship as far as family, and just their power of influence. So that's where that importance comes in. And she doesn't want to lose that. She doesn't want to lose her love from her siblings or her parents or her children. She definitely doesn't want to lose that. She doesn't want to lose her friends. She doesn't want to lose respect or friendship from coworkers, because that would make working there very difficult a situation, because if she feels that she's let somebody down that she works with, then it's hard to go there on a day-to-day basis, because you're going to run into chica chica and chismis, and she doesn't want to be talked about behind her back. So that's why that is. Now, you can move up that pyramid, that hierarchy of importance, very easily. First of all, if you don't want to date a girl with kids, don't date a girl with kids. So if your Filipina doesn't have children, you're going to move up a notch automatically, because that number one seed gets taken over. If her parents are no longer alive, that's another thing. So if you're dating a very young Filipina, chances are her parents are still alive. Really, it's hard to find a Filipina that doesn't have children already, that aren't single moms. That's becoming more and more rare here in the Philippines, to find a Filipina who doesn't already have children. So if you can find, if that's what you're looking for, if you can find a Filipina without kids, you're going to move up a notch or two. If their parents, maybe that's an older Filipina you're dating, maybe her parents are no longer alive, so then you're going to move up another notch in that pyramid. Siblings, most likely she's got siblings, but maybe not. She could be an only child. That's very rare in the Philippines, but it could happen. So there's different things. If she's not working, she probably doesn't have any co-working friends, obviously, because she's not working. Or if the job she has is maybe a nanny or a home care worker, so she doesn't have any friends through work because she works alone. So that would be one way to move up that pyramid too. The other thing is just her normal friends, that's going to be hard to overcome, because she's going to have friends. Filipinos are very friendly and family oriented, so you're going to have those issues. But a good rule of thumb, if you're living with your Filipina, keep an island between her and her family. So that way, they're not here all the time visiting you. It's not as easy for them to come see you or even live with you. It's just a good rule of thumb. Keep an island between you and her family, then things will be a little easier to take care of. But don't worry, you're still high on her list. She still loves you, and she wouldn't be with you if she didn't. But just you might have to have some tough conversations about your money, where it should go, who should get it, and if she feels the need or obligation to ask you for help for her, her kids, her parents, her siblings, her friends, her coworkers, you just have to have a conversation and draw the line somewhere. You've got to get out of that simp mode and draw the line on who you help and who you don't. Now, if you have your Filipina quit her job to live with you, and she has kids, then by all means, you're obligated to help in that way. You shouldn't ever have a Filipina quit her job and not help her children. That's just something that shouldn't be done. Parents, too, to an extent. Now, I know your argument would be, well, what about the other kids? What about the parents' other kids, the boys and the other daughters? Yeah, you can argue until you're blue in the face about that. It's not going to change the fact that the oldest daughter is usually the one that is obligated to help the parents out. So you're going to have a strong conversation about that, especially if you have your Filipina quit her job to be with you. Siblings is another thing. That I've had discussions with my girlfriend when I was dating here before. She had her own job. She made her own money, and she obviously would send money back to her parents and help her child, help her daughter. But the siblings will, as soon as they find out she's got some money, they're right there. So you got to be aware of that. So have that conversation with her, and just tell her to use common sense, and just think about what you're going through. And the friends and the co-workers, no. You're going to have the conversation with your Filipina on how to respond to requests like that. But there you go. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Like, share, and subscribe, of course. That's my Filipina hierarchy of importance. Kind of in jest, but you know, it kind of is real. But like I said, let me know in the comments below. And as always, mabuhay, my friend. Live life, and we'll talk to you again soon.